Hello everyone, welcome back to Polly's Pretties. I thought I'd come back and we'd play with some of my 4th of July rosettes. And I have some things here I've cut out of boxes. And then I have 3 of these little, well, these aren't the gorgeous girls, what are these? Brats, that's what they are. Kind of like a brat anyway, where they've got the bigger head, smaller body kind of deal that my friend Tony had sent me. And I did want to prove to her that I am going to use the stuff. And I am. I have ideas already, they're brewing. I just got to get them from my head to out here. So I've got the old glue gun heating up over here because you can't add this stuff to these rosettes without glue. And wet glue takes a blue month of Sundays. I'm not a very patient waiter. So we'll go ahead and let that heat a few more. And like I said, I'm not going to work on all these because I don't think I have enough stuff for all these right now to make them different enough to, put out there. But I'm going to try to do a few. And I've got some bigger stuff laying over here to the side that I've saved to do like scrapbooking with. Because I always do some 4th of July pages. Seems like I can't get out of those. So we'll just go with it. Let me see how we're doing. Oh, yeah, he's getting there. He's feeling nice and ready. So let's go ahead. The first piece I'm going to use, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to put on. It says red, white, and blue. I think it's cute. Ooh, don't throw it. I kind of like that there. So I think that's where it's going. Okay. All right. I'm going to lay my glue gun right there because I don't want to take it all the way back over there when I'm trying to do this. And these rosettes are the ones, ow, ow, ow. Hot glue is hot. Okay. These rosettes are the ones that I put the glitter around the edges. So there we are. There's our first little doodah. Doodah. Okay. So it can go over here. Now it's done. Whew, that guy's hot. Okay. I think I want to use this one next. Oh yeah, right there. Okay, so this one says red, white, and blue again, but instead of putting it on, and this one's a little bit cream colored more than white, so I have these rosettes that are a little bit old, more fashion looking. So I'm going to use one of those and put this down on it. At least I hope. If my glue, no, my glue's not going to work with me. All right, gotta get a new glue stick here. Come on, there we go. Now where to put it? There it is. Forget where you put things. Oh, heavens. Does anyone have any big plans for the 4th? We are hoping to go down and check out the what do they call it? Carnival. Rides are out and the games are not because they're for either the games are those pay to plays where you never win, and the rides are all geared towards 5-year-olds and under. But we are hoping to go down and check out the food trucks and stuff. There's how that one looks. So there's 2 ready. Yes, yes. I love it when they're coming together. Okay, let's check out the baseball hat chick, because I kind of like her, and I think... Ooh, I think she goes good there. Yes, sir. So that's where we're going to put you. And I'm trying not to burn my finger off. Finger off. Because hot glue is hot. That's right. Okay, here we go. Come on, sweet little lady. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Folks, I'm not kidding you when I say hot glue is hot. All right. Oh, I like her. And I may add some gems to these too. Who knows? Depends on how froggy I get. There she is. Isn't she gorgeous? That's going to be gorgeous. On a card, a page, whatever. There we go. There's one. Now let's check you out, my darling. Don't like that. Oh, just did that one on red. Oh, that's kind of pretty. All right. So we're going to use this one on another different rosette with different glitter around the edge. Oh yeah, she's cute. Check it out. I like that. She is adorable. Those are going to be so cute. Okay, now we're going to go for one of you bigger ones up here, I think. Yes, that's exactly it. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty. There's another. And I do use the red, white, and blue stuff quite a lot. Okay, so I've only got one more doll here. Let's see. Hmm. I was hopeful, but no. That's cocky. Let me see. I've got one on that one. Okay, so I don't have one on this. Oh, she looks marvelous there. All right, that's where you're going, Lady Boo. Okay, let me heat that glue gun up again. Unfortunately, it only stays good and warm for just a little bit. So I know she is going on this one. And then this has to go in another big one, so probably there. Yeah. Okay, and this could go in a small one. I could even cut that red edge off and make it even smaller. Okay, and maybe I can center it right. Okay, I like that. Okay, so that's what I think I want to do with that. So there's my last ones like this that I have pieces for. All my other stuff I think is too big to go on these. So I'll have to make some more goodies. But that'll give me, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll give 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll give me 8. So that's a good start to having these done. And that makes me happy. So I'll have a good start on those for pages, cards, and whatnot. And then these can go, because I ain't taking them off this bag. I'm trying to keep all the glitter constricted to one area. And I'm going to put these back in with them because of glitter on them. Plus, eventually, this is where I'll have all the red, white, and blue. So there we are. And then put these with the 3 back down here to do those. And I don't usually put the beads on them anymore until I'm ready to use them because I did that before and the beads fell off. So I guess from sitting, they just were loose, which wasn't what I really wanted. That's getting there. Oh boy. But this will get some of these red and white and blue things made up that I've had sitting. And I got stuff laying here to finish working on the 2-page layout if it ever dries. I'm beginning to wonder if that was a good idea. Yeah, they still don't look very dry over there. Might make it fun to get in and out of this room tonight. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Let's get this one. And here's how this one turns out. I think that's pretty. And we'll get this one. there's that one. So there's 2, and now we got our little lady here. Whoop, if I can pick her up. Thank you, Tony, for these, by the way. I know I said thank you once, but thank you again. And this is not all I'm making for the 4th, the rosettes. That's definitely not all. I just wanted to get some of these worked on so that then I could move on with something else. So there she is in her glory. Look at that. Beautiful. Thank you again, Tony. So there's some of the 4th of July goodies made. And I'm going to move, listen to that. I'm going to move that down there because I'm going to put this guy back on over here so he stays nice and warm. As I told you, I have some bigger pieces that I wanted to. Most of them say red, white, and blue. This one doesn't. And I thought it was so cute. I can't wait to put that on a page. So there's that. I wanted to share that with you. And then, I don't remember if my maid okay, English. Okay, English is a hard thing for me today. I don't remember if I made red, white, and blue tags. I don't know that I did. So. The other thing that I like to do sometimes is, let me grab, maybe this one, if it doesn't cause everything in the world to fall out at me. And then, I don't know if I have enough of the colors I'm going to need in here. We'll see. Oh, that guy wants to fall. Okay. But here's what I'm going to do with said bag. Okay. I think I may start with that one. I'm going to stick this one here. And I see blue. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I don't want that to end up down there, because I may end up trying to do that. So we'll set that there. And the other thing can stay. Oh, I thought I saw, well, I do see some blue. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull that piece. And that's it on this. But I'm not throwing it away. Oh, no. That's too thick. What are these? Let me see. Oh, that's some pretty blue too. Throw that there. We can use these pieces as well. We'll stick them here. Here's a blue piece. That's not blue. Okay. Oops. Right over. Of course. That's what you get when you have too much stuff sitting there. I'm just going to do this, because I don't 100% remember all the color. Oh, that's in here. Okay. There's some more blue. Why not? Blue. Ooh, there's a pretty blue. Blue. There's blues. Okay, that's not blue by any means. This has white and gold, so we're going to try it. Okay. There's white. That won't work. That's totally off the beaten path. There's some white. As you can tell, this is where I shove all of the leftovers. I mean all of them. That's blue. When I'm working, I don't have time to like figure out what's what. So it all just gets, that's a blue, shoved into my box of, oh my goodness. And that's really what I'm calling it. Okay. So there's enough probably to get us going. Okay, sit there, please. Thank you. Now, okay, we're going to do that because I want to cover that first. And the idea is to cover this whole piece. So, let me get, I don't like that, so let me get this. And we'll start with this, and I'll show you how I put together a very random masterboard. Or at least these are what I am calling masterboards, because I don't like to put the necessarily the like stickers and things like that onto this right off, because I don't know always how I'm going to use it, whether it's going to be cards, tags, you know, things like that. And I am just using an Elmer's School glue for this. And as you can see, I do press mine down. Okay, this one might be a little bit more fun to get to stay. Hence, hot glue. But I want the white and the gold from this wrapper because it will add definition to this page, to this piece. And I don't care what it says because that'll probably get covered up anyway. So there's that one. And I'm sure probably all of you know how to make these. Like, this is not anything new. It's not. And it is nothing fancy, really. I'm just coming in and putting pieces down where I think they work and going from there. And sometimes I rip them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I leave them all wonky just like that, which I think I might this one. And I try to make sure I put different colors, different places. But I do reuse, as you see. Reuse, recycle, you know? That way you don't waste. I think I want this one next. And yes, I've used the Elmer's glue like this quite a few times for masterboards, and they do stay together still. I mean, you are just gluing paper to paper usually. And any parts that hang over, when I'm totally done, I will cut off, trim up, make it look nice, so it doesn't look like, you know, it was just thrown together, even though it technically is. And if you wanted to, you could even put Mod Podge on the top of this so that it seals it in to like better. Sometimes I have, sometimes I don't. Because sometimes it takes a while for the Mod Podge also to dry. And like I said, sometimes I feel like waiting, sometimes I don't. Sometimes the waiting part annoys me, to say the least. Fudge. There we go. All right. Sit. And doing this can be quite relaxing. I mean, not everybody likes it, but I find it relaxing and fun. And it uses up my scrap paper, which, believe you me, I'm always looking for reasons to use them. So, sometimes I do a color scheme like this. Other times I'll just pick up paper and start going. And sometimes those turn out really pretty. They really, really do. Just to pick up the papers and start laying them down. Okay, let's see. Let's see, I thought I had one more of these. So I want to get it on here. All right. Now, I think I want to put a bit of this blue over this way. And I don't care if some of the brown shows through. I really don't. I know some people don't like it. They want the whole thing covered. I don't mind. I think if some of the brown shows through, that it gives it character, which is quite nice to have. A little harder to rip there. As you can see, I just keep ripping and putting on until the page itself starts filling up. Until it, it's where I like it. I mean, if I like it and it's only half full, okay. If I don't, I just keep going till I do, quite honestly. And like I said, sometimes I do a color scheme like this, where I have like mainly 2 or 3 colors. Oops, get down there, you. Other times I won't. I'll just go with random colors and just grab and throw it down. Okay, let's get some little bits of this in. Alrighty. Now I'm going to get all this plastic dew off, because this was from the top edge of a piece of scrapbook paper that you cut off, and it had the glue, I guess they call it, on it. So, alright, let's go with that one. And I know people would be yelling at me because I am putting it down on the piece I'm working on, but it doesn't bother me in the slightest. Okay, we're going to put that one right there, actually. And this reuses some of the brown packaging from Amazon instead of throwing it away. So, win-win, you know? That's the way I look at it. It is a win-win. I get to reuse something so it doesn't end up in a landfill or garbage. And I get to have something pretty out of it as well. So, there we go. Yeah, I like putting a little bit of that in there. Makes it look good, I think. Alright, let's... Okay, see, I knew you were going to fall, so stay. Alright, now, let's add some of this. I don't care for the color on the backside too much, as you can probably tell. But I do like what's on the front. So... I don't mind that it layers. I really don't. As long as it stays down, which that one I think we're going to have to use Mr. Glue for. Because it's not wanting to lay there, and I don't know why. But it'll lay there here in a minute. Oh, yes, it will. Thank you. And yes, sometimes I use the glue gun, not always. Some things I don't want to use my glue gun for, but that needed to stay in place. So, okay, we are getting there. This piece is getting quite full with the blue and white. Let me see here, because some of the brown I do think I want to let show, especially once I trim it down. Guess I could do this. Let's pop that right there. Now I have some white there. And I think this one might be good. I'll just close my glue up here so it doesn't dry out. And let me pick up all these extra bits that I can still use, because I don't like to waste them. And for now, I'm just going to stack them there with my envelope. And so here is it in its done variety like this. Then I usually just take my bigger scissors, because I'm small ones, and I ain't cutting all that time. And I will try to trim it up, make it look nice, which means coming in along the edge, getting that off, and then coming along the top edge. Okay. And then we go down this side over here, and this is where it gets fun, because this side is kind of misshapen. Okay, now here's the prettier side of this. Okay, it's all said and done. And then you have this little piece like this. Now, I could throw that away, but I could also stop right there, look at it, and go, maybe if I cut here, and that takes just a little bit away, and it's nothing that had too much on it, and then we come down through here, guess what? Real estate, guys. Real estate. And yeah, I could just poke a hole in that and use that as a thin tag, and guess what? You can write on the back. You know, or I could take this, put this on a card front as part of the panel. So I do save things like this too. And now this one is another one done where I use some of my scraps out of my bin. I use some wrappers. These are actually Werther's original candy wrappers. And so I used them because, hey, why throw them in the garbage? They make a pretty piece. Now where to stick this for the moment. Because I have to watch. I have stuff sitting every which way because I have a puppy who likes to come in and join me. And like I said, he's still very much a puppy. So he likes to chew. So we try to keep things up away from him. So that being said, you know, that masterboard I could turn into cards. I could turn it into tags. I could use it and cut it as die cuts and put it into a scrapbook or on a card again or in a junk journal. And you saw what it was. It was literally an Amazon packaging piece and scraps of paper and some candy wrappers that I had. And that's literally what it was. And yes, I will use that because I think it's wasteful not to. Well, let me put, well, wait a minute. I'll do that here in a minute because I have to put some more into my glue sticks box. The other thing you could do with those masterboards is take those little dolls like I was using that Tony sent me, and you could make a tag, you can make a card, you know, anything. But this was just a come craft along and see, you know, if maybe it sparked your creativity. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. I hope that you are safe, healthy, and happy. And please do remember, my friends, smile. It makes people wonder what you're up to. Hug someone or anyone because it makes them feel better, makes you feel better. It's medically proven that it's good for you. And then, of course, like I didn't say it already, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. If you can't fake it till you make it, and don't add negativity to the world. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe, like the video, and share with your friends. And if you have a channel, mention it so I can come and see what you do, what you make, what your craft is. Or crafts are, if you like multiple crafts like me. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.